Hi, welcome to the Module 2 video blog. My name is Michael Crouch, and I'm going to be talking about streaming entertainment services. Streaming entertainment services came about for one major important reason. People were becoming increasingly frustrated with cable companies. The high cost of cable services, the lack of tiers, and having more of an option of what you want to pay for. They basically provided a service and thought that they were providing something similar to utilities like electric and phone and water. So they didn't see the need to provide any type of options because they really didn't think that there was an alternative to cable services. Initially, there were services like YouTube that came about and provided an alternative in forms of short term videos, streaming content, archive footage. And there was a lot of content available, but it really wasn't something that could compare to a cable company's offering. Then additional companies like Netflix came about that really tried to be a competitor, offering television shows, movies, and documentaries. Following Netflix, there were other companies that offered similar flavors of service. Hulu, which focused on replays of network shows, Amazon Prime, which offered limited video playback, along with the ability to purchase more recent content and to bundle services like shipping from Amazon Prime. Customers began to use the cord cutting method of leaving the cable companies and building their own tiers from some of these other streaming service providers, as well as additional franchises like Crackle, Sling, and sports franchises like MLB.net, NBA TV, NFL Network, UFC Fight Pass, and WWE Network. UFC Fight Pass and WWE Network had a particular impact on the cable industry and were a direct impact of some social changes. UFC and WWE both primarily received their revenue from pay-per-view monthly shows. These shows were starting to decrease over time in pay-per-view buys, and this was a significant source of revenue both for those companies and for the cable company, charging $40 to $70 per show, with the amount being split evenly between the cable companies and the companies providing the service. UFC and WWE determined that they were going to create streaming companies, and from that, they have started to provide monthly subscription where you can receive archived content, original content, as well as in the WWE Network's perspective, those monthly shows for one flat fee. This eliminates the need for a customer to need to be a cable company subscriber to have the option of purchasing these pay-per-view shows. From these streaming internet companies, we've also seen a byproduct in the sense of binge watching. Binge watching is the act of spending hours, typically on a weekend, watching shows that are series from someone like Netflix, where you would start with the original series show, the premiere, and watch it all the way through the series finale, or as much as you had the ability to watch in one sitting. This has a positive impact in the sense that it creates conversation topics, particularly for episodes such as Making a Murderer, which was a very popular series earlier in the year, and it created a lively debate on the guilt or innocence of the subject. There's also the negative impact of reducing the amount of outside activity, where binge watching really does mean that someone is sitting on the couch for hours on end watching shows instead of being out participating in physical activities or participating in social events with family and friends. Today, it seems that cord cutting has started to taper off and less customers are leaving the cable companies. That could be simply because most people that would prefer to go with a tiered package have already moved away from cable companies. It could be that the cable companies have done a better job of offering tiered services, or they're offering discounts when you bundle those cable services with things like internet service that still do have value to the consumer. Regardless, it does seem like cord cutting is probably going to slow in growth, but that we'll continue to see new technologies emerge that will offer more streaming content and a greater selection for the consumer.